Hello and welcome back. Before we move on to step 4, I wanted to make a quick video showing you how to avoid having the ends of your fabric pieces being misaligned when you're joining curved seams. Here I'll use 2 small pieces of fabric to demonstrate how this happens and how you can avoid it. You can see that the curved edges of these pieces are the same length, to within about 1 millimeter. So if we align one end properly and then join them together along their edges, the far end will also be aligned properly, right? Well, let's see. We can't do this on a flat surface because as we bring the 2 pieces together along the curve, the fabric buckles too much. We could probably make it work for a seam this short, but we have longer seams on our Packraft, so that's why we do the sealing on a curved surface like this bowl. Here I've taped one end of the seam. And if we bring the fabric together starting at this end, in a straight line, the end of the seam is aligned too, and everything works out fine. But let's see what happens if we let the finished part of our seam curve to one side while we work. The fabric on the outside of the curve gets pulled away from us slightly, and the fabric on the inside of the curve is pushed back towards us. This is a very small effect that you might not notice while you work, but when the seam is done, the ends don't line up properly. If the fabric curves to the opposite side, the mismatch will be in the opposite direction. I've exaggerated this slightly in the video, but the actual seams in our Packraft are longer, so a consistent bias to one side of the curve can result in several centimeters of offset by the time we reach the end of the seam. So remember, keep the finished portion of the seam hanging straight away from you as you work. As you get closer to the end of the seam, you can check to make sure you're on track for the ends lining up properly and compensate for any unevenness by moving the finished part of the seam to one side or the other. That's all for now. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when the next video is posted. Thanks for watching.